my god! Oh my god, did you hit that? Oh my god!
Hey, what's up guys, this is Nine coming at you with another video, and today let's talk a little bit about the possible second co-op mode in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, what's up with this Hellspawn game mode that everybody's talking about, and also check out this gameplay. This is 110 kills on Nuketown Domination 6v6 using the MP7. Pretty much all of my videos for the last several years now have been sniping, so now you get to see what it looks like when I make an MP7 class. I actually just unlocked the MP7 a couple games before this one, that's why all I had unlocked was the silencer and the red dot. Anyways, let's get into the topic at hand. So what's going on with the Hellspawn game mode? Well, it was just confirmed to be fake last night. If you guys haven't heard about the Hellspawn game mode yet, basically it was an absolutely terrible leak. The leaker had no track record of confirmed leaks in the past like some of the previous leakers that I've covered on my channel. He had no evidence as to where he got his leaks from, and guess what? It turned out to be fake. What do you know? So Michael Condrey, the co-founder of Sledgehammer Games, tweeted out last night that Hellspawn has absolutely no meaning in Advanced Warfare. So a lot of YouTubers took this leak and ran with it because, you know, it is interesting. It actually was a pretty interesting sounding game mode, and I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed that it's fake because it sounded so cool. And you know what? Everybody wanted there to be a second co-op mode, and I want there to be a second co-op mode. I think there still is going to be a second co-op mode. It's just not going to be Hellspawn. So I think the reason why everybody got so hyped up about this fake Hellspawn leak is because everyone wanted something so badly. I mean, I was disappointed when I saw the Exo Survival trailer. I wanted something more similar to Zombies or Extinction. There's got to be a second co-op mode. So I think when people heard about this Hellspawn game mode, even though the source was terrible, they just wanted to believe. And you know, you can't really blame people for wanting to believe something that actually did sound cool and would have been an awesome game mode for Call of Duty. But now let me tell you why I think that there is going to be a second co-op mode. That obviously is not going to be Hellspawn. So the reason why I think there's going to be a second co-op mode is because there's just so many resources going into Advanced Warfare this year. First of all, Call of Duty is now on a 3-year development cycle, so it alternates between Treyarch, Infinity Ward, and Sledgehammer Games. That means this game has been in development for longer than any Call of Duty that we've ever had before. On top of that, there's more developers than ever working on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. There's actually 4 developers. You might have thought that it was just Sledgehammer Games, right? But no, there's also Beachhead Studio. Beachhead Studio is doing clan integration and the mobile app. High Moon Studio is doing the Xbox 360 and PS3 versions of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. And Raven Software is also helping out with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and we have no idea what Raven Software is doing. And that's actually been bugging me, to be honest. I'm wondering what Raven Software is actually up to. Usually when they help out on a COD game, they play more of a supportive role. They don't take on a whole part of the game themselves. But what's interesting is Raven Software was last working on Call of Duty Online, China's version of Call of Duty, the one with the cyborg zombies. And now Call of Duty Online actually has some crazy game modes, way beyond what you initially probably heard about with just like the cyborg zombies. They actually now have aliens, they have motherships, they have huge robots with miniguns. There's like mutated science experiments, and you have to rescue scientists with helicopters away from the infected area. It's insane. And that's what Raven Software was working on before they started working on Advanced Warfare. Raven Software must have been busy for the last couple months working on the second co-op mode because, first of all, we have no idea what Raven Software is doing. Why does the specifics of Raven Software's involvement with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare need to be kept secret if they're not working on a secret game mode? Also, we didn't even find out that Raven Software was working on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare until a couple months ago. So why has it been kept under wraps for so long and we just found out recently and we don't know the specifics of what they're working on? So back to Exo Survival. Another reason that I think there has to be more is because Exo Survival has no ability to sell downloadable content, as far as I can see, because they're playing on regular multiplayer maps. Extinction and Zombies play on special maps that are only for those game modes, and it helped sell the downloadable map packs. Something else worth mentioning is a couple months ago, Michael Condrey tweeted out a blurry image of the co-op menu for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now, when Exo Survival was revealed, we got a screenshot of the lobby for Exo Survival, and it looks nothing like the image that Condrey tweeted out a couple months ago. And this is the part where it's going to get a little bit crazy. This is going to be a lot of speculation here, but the map Biolab in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare has a little bit of human experimentation going on. And as far as I can tell, this is also going on in Call of Duty Online. So could it be that there will be some sort of crossover between Call of Duty Online and Call of Duty Advanced Warfare? Because for as long as Call of Duty Online has been around, all it has been is a bunch of old Call of Duty games remade and mashed together into one game for the Chinese market. This new zombie stuff that they're doing is completely new, and it's not from previous Call of Duty games. So in the past, Call of Duty Online has taken aspects from Call of Duty 4, Call of Duty Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 2, but now, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they're doing all this crazy stuff with the zombies mode in Call of Duty Online. Where is this coming from? And that's the reason why I think it's possible that there will be some sort of crossover here, especially because Raven Software was previously working on Call of Duty Online before they started working on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. And some people will argue against the idea that Call of Duty Advanced Warfare's second co-op mode might be something similar to Treyarch Zombies mode because zombies is a Treyarch thing. But the thing is, Call of Duty Online has cyborg zombies and Treyarch never touched Call of Duty Online. To be honest, I think this whole it's a Treyarch thing argument in whatever context is completely invalid, and let me break it down for you guys because it is a little bit complicated, but once I explain this for you, I think you'll be on my side. So, okay, it's a Treyarch thing. No, it's not. It doesn't matter. A developer called Grey Matter Studios was responsible for introducing the Domination game mode to Call of Duty. The Domination game mode. That's like the second most popular game mode of all time after Team Deathmatch. So shortly after the release of Call of Duty United Offensive, Grey Matter Studios merged with Treyarch. So Grey Matter Studios basically is Treyarch. You could pretty much say that Domination is a Treyarch thing. And clearly that's not a problem because every Call of Duty since United Offensive has the Domination game mode in it. Domination is a staple game mode of Call of Duty. Now Treyarch also introduced the sprinting mechanic to Call of Duty in Call of Duty 3. Obviously that wasn't a problem because you can sprint in every Call of Duty now. Once again, the War game mode was introduced to Call of Duty in Call of Duty 3, and now it's coming back for the first time since Call of Duty World at War under a new name, Momentum. So Momentum is a new game mode in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, but it's really just a new name for the War game mode, which was in Call of Duty 3 and World at War. Momentum was a Treyarch thing. What I'm really trying to say here is that there's no shame in bringing the best aspects from previous Call of Duty games and incorporating them into Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. In fact, I think we've lost far too many amazing features from previous Call of Duty games over the years. For example, Theater Mode. Theater Mode was amazing in Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2, and it's not coming back in Advanced Warfare, and it also wasn't in Call of Duty Ghosts. Another amazing feature that we're missing now is the custom map builder for PC, and the last time we saw that was in Call of Duty World at War. We also saw that for Call of Duty 4, and you could actually make custom maps for the PC version of those games. Now, there was also mods for PC. There was even zombie mods for Nazi zombies in World at War. Okay, I might have went on a bit of a rant there. Maybe that was unnecessary. But anyways, let's move away from that and on to my next point here. So Activision clearly realizes nowadays that YouTubers are extremely valuable in terms of promoting their games. So they've been flying YouTubers out to play their games early, to get early DLC content, to get early gameplay, to actually be consultants for the game so they can give some input and actually affect the development of their new games. Activision seems to be more in tune with the community than ever, and I really just find it so hard to believe that Exo Survival is all there is for Advanced Warfare co-op this year. There's just got to be a second co-op mode, like with Call of Duty Ghosts, how they had that weird squads mode that nobody cared about, and then they also had Extinction. I think I've made a pretty strong argument for there being a second co-op mode in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare in this video, but keep in mind, these are just my opinions. This is just what's been on my mind, and I kind of wanted to explain why I feel the way I do about there being a second co-op mode to the best of my ability so you guys can get a good idea of how I'm feeling right now. But again, they're just my thoughts. A lot of it is speculation, so don't take anything I say as fact, obviously. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. Do you think there's going to be a second co-op mode? Yes or no? If no, why? What's your thought process? I'm interested in hearing it because maybe you can win me over. Maybe you can convince me that there's not going to be a second co-op mode. I don't know. I'd like to start a discussion in the comments section down below, so leave a comment, share your thoughts, and we can get talking. Now, real quick, before I wrap this video up, I just want to point out that this is extremely rare gameplay for my channel. I've probably only posted 2 regular gun gameplays this whole year, and this is me using the MP7 on Nuketown 6v6 domination in Black Ops 2. I end up getting 110 kills. I pick up this LMG every once in a while just for fun. I don't know why. But if you know anybody that hates on snipers, that thinks sniping is cheap, that quickscoping is unfair, that snipers are unbalanced, share this video with them because this is what it looks like when somebody who usually snipes decides to use a regular weapon. It's a lot easier, like it's not even comparable. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like. It only takes 2 seconds and I really appreciate it. Let's see if we can get 4,000 likes on this video. That would be amazing. And if you're not subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the latest information about the possible second co-op mode for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. And even if there is no second co-op mode in Advanced Warfare and we're all really disappointed, I'll make a video about that too, and I'll admit my defeat. I'll admit I was wrong. I'll let you guys know. I'm just gonna end off this 110 kill gameplay with some music now because I don't have anything left to talk about. It's almost over, but I'll see you guys soon with a new video. Peace. Love.
life.